In today's video, I'm going to talk about singer and actor Meatloaf. He just passed away this January 20th, 2022. He's most known for the Bat Out of Hell album as well as the two sequels. So those albums have sold millions of copies, and the original Bat Out of Hell album, it's one of the best-selling albums in history. So I'm going to talk about that, and I also want to talk about a couple of movies he's been in and some of my personal memories of this artist. He's somebody I knew about growing up, so let me talk about that now. So Bat Out of Hell, it's a very iconic album. It's an album I had when I was younger, even though I don't really remember listening to it that much when I was younger, but I think it was in my college days when it was like one of those albums people would always put on at parties. They would always like sing along to it. The songs were rock songs. They were just very catchy. They were just very well written. Now, the cover of this album is awesome. It's probably like the best like heavy metal album cover by a non-heavy metal band. I mean, you could probably put a Slayer logo on this album cover and it wouldn't really look out of place. This album was also released in 1977. It's celebrating an anniversary this year, so I'm not going to go into too much detail because I will be doing a full review at that point in time. I believe it's in October. But I think the big song of this album was Paradise by the Dashboard Light. That was a song that I used to listen to all the time in college. Really awesome song. It's kind of like a long song, over 8.5 minutes. It has all these different sections, and Meatloaf had this really great operatic voice, and that's kind of what made this album so great. So they also released a sequel to Bat Out of Hell called Bat Out of Hell 2, Back into Hell. That one came out in 1993, so it was a long time afterwards. Now the big song from this was I Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That. That was a big hit, and another song I remember listening to a lot, when I was in college, came out right around that same time, and this was during a time when the like power ballads were very big, and it did kind of have like a very like hard rock or kind of like theatrical quality to it. Has a really great music video, and just one of those songs always stuck in my head. It's really cool, and it's really cool that they made a sequel like 16 years later, and they were successful with it. Now, Meatloaf was not only a singer, he was an actor as well. Probably has more acting credits than he does recorded albums, actually. So one of my favorite movies with Meatloaf is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Now, that's actually one of my favorite soundtracks as well. It's an album I used to listen to a lot when I was younger, and I used to watch the movie a lot as well. I love the songs. Meatloaf played a character called Eddie, and he was like the exit delivery boy, and he rode a motorcycle, and just a really great performance in a great movie. So another movie role he was in called Fight Club. And this was a great movie. It had Brad Pitt and Edward Norton and Helena Bonham Carter. So he played a character called Robert Bob Paulson. And, in the scene, they meet him in a support meeting for men who suffered from testicular cancer. And this is a movie, it had a lot of like dark themes, but Meatloaf played a really great role in this movie. And the last movie I want to talk about is Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny. Now, he was featured in one of the opening songs, and just really awesome that he would agree to be in like this type of movie. It's a movie similar to, I guess, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a musical, I guess you call it, but it was like a hard rock metal comedy. And he did this movie like later in his life. It's a really funny movie. Really love it. It has lots of great scenes. There's a scene with like Dave Grohl playing the devil. I really love that one as well. And Meatloaf is in one of the opening scenes. I think it's in the first song, and really great. So, great movie, that is. So anyway, that is all. I'm going to be back to recording videos on a regular basis. Feeling a little better now. My voice is probably a little off. But I do have a couple of new releases this weekend, and some retro releases that I want to catch up on. So one by the Rolling Stones. I got Pink Floyd's Animals. And I want to get those out in the next couple of days. So please remember, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other videos. I will stick them right over there. And I'll see you all in the next one.